Hey guys, today I'm looking at All Orcs Must Die 3, another Game Pass game that again I thought I saw this, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be some absolute cheese. I'm absolutely not going to do this. But actually this is a really fun game, and it's kind of a genre that I guess I'm slowly discovering because there's not too many games in this series or of this genre, which is basically trap games. The only other game I can really think of is Dark Deception 4, which was a really cool take on. I mean, it was more so combo based and more so torture based, and had like the evil woman archetype. But I really like this kind of game because it's basically tower defense, but I don't know, it's a little bit different from tower defense because it's all focused on essentially creating a total maze of chaos. And so you're not just putting a bunch of turrets on like it is technically tower defense, but it just feels a lot more interactive, mainly because you're also on the ground interacting with the characters as well. And so you have your own little, bow and arrow for one character, and the other character has like a shotgun with like a little thing. And so after each, level, essentially, you get a bunch of points you can upgrade either your current traps or your, basic output. Or, I found the best things were actually to create, stun attacks so that, your main attacks are not very useful. And so you really want to compensate for that by basically, stunning the enemy so you make your traps more potent in that sense. And so each trap, you have floor spikes, wall arrows, gravitational beams, I think like flamethrowers. Later on, you get crazy stuff like this ice floor thing that freezes guys, electrocutors, all sorts of really cool things and traps and stuff. Oh, you get sentry turrets; those are a lot of fun. And so, I'm really surprised and impressed with how far this game goes in terms of its scope. How you really get into this really good groove. And of course, each level has a series of side objectives that you get extra points for. And after each level, you can basically spend those points on making your traps, more deadly, essentially. And so the orcs just kind of come, and it has this kind of fun, I hate to say it, but it's a Fortnite-ish style that I actually enjoy because it actually suits the tone of the game for once, which is like a quirky little combat simulator thing. And there is kind of like a story here about, this witch that went missing and they're trying to find their master and they're not sure if they were betrayed or not. It really doesn't matter because it really is gameplay focused and story second. And so the main thing revolves around, again, setting up these traps and making a really good combo. And so there's just a lot of strategy involved. And the main thing is that all the orcs are going towards not you specifically, but actually this warp point that is basically your League of Legends, stone essentially that you need to defend your home base. But yeah, the amount of things you can do to upgrade, you can add fire to your wall arrows and stuff like that. You do have to be kind of careful with your points though, because they're not totally regenerative. They do, obviously deplete. And so I think it does allow you to like reset all your things at one point, and you can try out other combinations. But I find that it's really cool how everything is placed out, and again in a Fortnite-ish style where when you build something, it'll automatically go into a square design onto the walls or onto the floors, and it's just very intuitive how to build your traps. There's not really much to say about this game. It's that it was really fun. The end boss, the scope that it gets to is absolutely ridiculous by the end. I was really wondering about quitting because it was super hard, but it was honestly super, super rewarding. Because I just had this thing where I just had a million guys and, coming into the castle, and I was able to reroute them using a series of barricades so that the AI knows if they can't go somewhere, they'll go all the way around, and all across that entire corridor, I put a series of sentry turrets trying to kill as many guys as possible until they got to a certain point. So it's a real balance of, time, ammo, points, placement, strategy, and all that kind of good stuff. And it was just very, entertaining. Again, I don't play, a lot of gameplay only focus games. I like to a little bit diversity and like some sort of narrative, but this one was honestly just really fun just to get my hands on and just try out. And it just took out my whole afternoon and my whole day, honestly, and it was just really worth it. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I got to say about All Orcs Must Die 3. It's not as obnoxious as it looks or sounds. It's actually pretty decent, and give it a shot. So yeah, that's it. See ya.